Hej, siemaneczko, z tej strony Silence. Witam was z powrotem w grze Dziedzictwo Hogwartu. Kontynuujemy sobie tutaj historię dalej, jak pamiętacie w poprzednim odcinku.
And in one piece, no less.
Ukończyliśmy kolejną próbę.
It is good to see you again.
Professor Rookwood told me about what happened at Rookwood Castle.
In light of the dire circumstances in which we find ourselves, it is most fortunate that someone so competent is following this path.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep the second artifact safe as you've advised.
Good. Are you ready to move on?
What was the glowing strand that Isadora pulled from her father's chest?
It was pain. You will understand more about her actions as you complete the trials.
I'm ready for whatever comes next.
In that case, introductions are in order.
Allow me to introduce former Hogwarts headmistress, Neve Fitzgerald.
Ani Fitzgerald.
How do you do? I must say that I was not entirely surprised to learn that a student had been completing the trials. I've always believed Hogwarts students capable of anything they set their minds to.
Thank you, Professor. It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
I am certain that you are more than capable of completing my trial. However, I must first, how shall I say, prepare the location of your next trial.
We trust your judgment, Professor Fitzgerald. You should know better than anyone how to manage the inconvenience of, well...
A vainglorious and exasperating headmaster? Indeed I should. I shall confirm that everything is in order immediately.
Of course. Professor Fitzgerald needs some time to clear the way forward. Until then, you should continue to hone your magic. If you learn more about Ranrock and Victor Rookwood's activities in the meantime, please let us know.
Very well,
Na pewno się
Professor.
nauczymy więcej na ten temat.
I know. Continue to hone my magic.
You do learn quickly. Hopefully you will soon hear from Lodgok as well, and we shall learn how he fared with the helmet you retrieved. Well done today, as always. We shall speak again soon.
No i zima nastała. Dobrze, że śpimy przynajmniej raz na sezon. O ile się nie mylę, tu była jedna taka...
Natty
statuetka.
told me about your run-in with the poachers. I have some news about them as well. Can you meet me soon? I fear that some of what I uncovered has to do with you.
When you have a moment, please stop by the Room of Requirement. Deke mentioned you might be interested in learning how to breed beasts.
O! To wydaje się interesujące. Zobaczmy, czy uda nam się. Uda nam się rozmnażyć nasze zwierzaki
I have been asked to
fantastyczne.
teach you the exploding charm, Bombarda. Once you have completed the tasks I've set forth, speak to me after class.
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deek thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deek suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deek has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deek.
No dobrze. Zobaczmy. Czy my tu może mamy jednego testrala, tylko jakiej płci? Okej, czyli brakuje nam... No, to wiemy, którego mamy sobie złapać. Mamy to zaznaczone na naszej mapie. Daleko. Ale na szczęście mamy jeden punkt odblokowany. I w tą stronę lecimy. No, mam dwa miejsca zaznaczone.
Revelio. Arresto momentum.
Ledwo.
I'll look after you.
No ale dobrze, to już mamy. Możemy się wrócić szybko do pokoju. No i... tak, jeszcze musimy... Jeszcze musimy zakupić tą recepturę. Tak. To szybko się tam udajmy. No i jesteśmy z powrotem. Mamy już wszystko, czego nam potrzeba.
I've rescued the Thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent. Now, to breed your Thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
O, można kolejne pomieszczenie? Bagna.
Deke never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those Thestrals. Please let Deke know once you've bred them.
No dobrze, to teraz muszę tylko zebrać te testrale stąd. Przenieść do inwentarza.
Everything's all right now.
I przejdziemy do tego drugiego pomieszczenia. O, tutaj coś jest. Mamy małe przejście. Fajnie. O, proszę. No teraz tak, tu by się przydało zrobić podstawowe wyposażenie. Czyli takie coś. Żeby było. No i to najnowsze. Niech będzie. I teraz to jest matka, tutaj sobie siedzi. No dobra. No co się z tym stało? A, tutaj wyskoczyło.
Accio, Wingardium Leviosa.
Dobra. Wypróbujmy to teraz na Lunabalach. To jest troszeczkę dużo. Czego tu mamy za dużo? Mamy... Tak, tutaj wygląda na to.
Professor Howard will never believe this.
Zbierajmy sobie składniki. One sobie teraz pójdą zjeść, a my zajrzymy, co możemy tutaj. Modelu na Bali. Wygląda trochę tak, jak on by chciały dać te składniki nam. No dobrze. Pogadajmy jeszcze ze Smykiem, który tutaj stoi. A to musimy poczekać, aż te zwierzaki się rozmnożą. Ale jeszcze chcę tutaj sobie wybudować jedną rzecz, a mianowicie uszlachetniacz materiałów. Zastanawiające, w jaki sposób to działa. Nam bierze automatycznie, coś się przerabia. Mieć 3 maksymalnie. Dużo elementów estetycznych też w tej grze. Tutaj można naprawdę się pobawić i dekorować te przestrzenie tutaj. Jest to coś, czym zajmę się może troszeczkę później. Do siekania ładnie. Sobie na razie tymczasowo będziemy tak stawiać, żeby to tylko działało i nam tworzyło to, co powinno tworzyć. Muszę zdobyć nasiona tej jadowitej tentakuli. Sprawdźmy sobie nasz ekwipunek i będziemy ruszać na dalsze przygody. Bardzo ciekawe okulary. Maska. No nie wiem. Może z odpowiednim nakryciem. O, to mniej więcej mogłoby działać razem. Ale jakiś kaptur. No nie ma takiego. No ale nie ma co się wygłupiać. Dobrze, sprawdzałem. Kilka rzeczy, które możemy ulepszyć teraz. Musimy więcej fantastycznych zwierzaków znaleźć. Zasadzka, jad. Pióro Dirikara. Dirikraka. Nie mamy czegoś takiego. Róbmy sobie podstawowe ulepszenia. No niestety ropusze brodawki. Muszę iść i zebrać to jeszcze. A ten atrybut mi się nie przyda za bardzo. Piergotnik. No mamy braki w materiałach spowodowane tym, że jeszcze nie chodziłem i nie szukałem zbytnio zwierząt fantastycznych. Także... Proszę. Dziękuję.
Accio, Wingardium Leviosa.
Niech ty bawią. A ja wprowadzę ostatnie ulepszenie do ekwipunku i będziemy ruszać dalej. Muzyka też jest piękna w tej grze. Bardzo nastrojowa. Które to było? Tutaj. Dobrze, mamy dużo próśb o spotkanie. Zdobądź te wszystkie. To jest jedno zadanie, które już długo mam i którego jeszcze nie potrafiłem rozgryźć. Pójdźmy do inwentarza. Rośliny bojowe. Nie mam za grosz pojęcia, w jaki sposób mógłbym je wykorzystać wszystkie naraz. Tu w tej grze, o ile wiem, nie ma możliwości, aby... No właśnie. Miksować rzeczy. Chyba, że jest potrzebny kociołek naukowy. Wróćmy się na szybko do Hogsmeade i zobaczmy, czy ja mogę kupić ten kociołek. Niestety kociołek kosztuje aż 3000.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do.
Zastanawiam się, czy... Wiem na pewno, że możemy sprzedawać nasze fantastyczne zwierzaki do adopcji. Także wydaje mi się, że warto byłoby sprawdzić jeszcze tą możliwość, ale pobiegnę do sklepu z eliksirami, może tam będę mógł sprzedawać składniki. Chociaż nie widziałem takiej możliwości jeszcze.
Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lawing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble.
No niestety.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Sprawdźmy, czy możemy szybko przeskoczyć do Hogwartu, tam gdzie jest... Gdzie były te fantastyczne zwierzęta. Astronomiczne, skrzydło dzwonnicy, wielkie schody, wielka sala, aneks biblioteki, sekretne pomieszczenie, skrzydło południowe. Klasa zajęć o zwierzętach. Klasa zajęć o zwierzętach.
Could you remind me about the reason for the assignments you gave me, Professor?
Completing the tasks will ensure that you're ready to learn Bombarda, the exploding charm.
I hate to see a creature get put down like that. But trolls have no business in Hogsmeade.
To gdzie ja mogłem w sumie... Sklep z zaopatrzeniem pełen najnowszych na skoniecznych zwierzęcych materiałów pochodnych.
Mind you, don't train quick. If you're stuck with a Duracell feather, it doesn't half hurt.
O! Proszę, to jest sklep, w którym... Mają zwierzaki. To jest świergotnik. Tu mamy Dirikraka. Lunabale już znamy. Niuchacz. No proszę, i tutaj mamy jeszcze ropuchę. Tu tędy można wyjść, tak. A. No dobrze, zobaczmy, czy możemy tutaj kupić, sprzedać.
If you're stuck with a Duracool feather, it doesn't half hurt.
Hello.
Welcome to Brood and Peck. I'm Ellie Peck, and before you ask, I'm out of a Braxton hair. The lot of it was bought up by a trader in Ottery St. Catchpole. Made me take it in person, they did. No care that I had to shut the shop. Apparently had a bad experience with someone shipping them hair for my Wampus cat. Must have been someone from America, no doubt, because we don't even have them here. Anyway, what are you here for? Mooncalf fur? Duracool feathers? Always have trouble collecting them myself as the bird keeps disappearing. Cheeky thing. Used to carry them in the shop, Duracools. But people kept asking for their money back when they'd get home and the blasted things would be nowhere in sight.
I can imagine that would be rather frustrating.
There's worse. Trust me. Most of the suppliers of whooper feathers may as well be living in St. Mungo's. Not surprising, I suppose. The cry in those things. Oh, but such marvellous feathers. Almost worth going mad for.
Sounds like stocking your shelves comes with some hazards.
Truer words never spoken. Used to carry beasts themselves. Good business it was, but had it up to here with parents grumbling. Not my fault if the little ones caught a flea of an easel. Ooh, you should have heard them. No, best with byproducts. And I do like to make sure the beasts are safe and well cared for. Couldn't guarantee that with some of these prospective owners. Now, why don't you have a good look around? Stocks change all the time, and not just because they disappear. Always best to pop in whenever you can to get things before they run out. Which they used to literally do.
Thank you, I will.
Take all the time you need. And thank you for stopping by. A treat to have you here.
What do you have for sale?
Now, what sorts of beast byproducts might you be looking to acquire?
O, czyli tutaj możemy sobie oddać.
I don't mind selling things for certain clients. You know where to find me.
Być może nawet zarobimy na tym kociołek. Pięknie.
I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider yourself welcome.
To udało się zarobić wystarczająco dużo kasy. Teraz tylko wrócić do tego, który sprzedaje. O,
Revelio.
tego, który sprzedaje te receptury. Studnia. Wytrawny podróżnik wie, że niektóre studnie oferują więcej niż stosunkowo niewinna studnia w wiosce Hogsmeade. To było tędy.
It's always nice to see a familiar face.
I kupujemy.
Nothing like finding just the
Kocioł.
right thing, is there? Let's look at what we have, shall we?
A nie, to jest kompostnik, dobrze.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do.
No to szybciorem wracamy do magicznego pokoju. No i teraz postawmy sobie ten kociołek tam na dole. O, nie jest to zbyt dużo i ma fajną stopę. A niestety to nie jest to, co myślałem, że to będzie. No to zagadka dalej się ciągnie. Tu przy okazji mamy jakąś misję poboczną do zebrania.
Samantha, is everything all right?
No, it's not. It's my brother William, the one I told you about after Charms class. He's been cursed. He ignored my warning, and now he's lying in St. Mungo's looking completely pathetic. He simply never listens.
I'm sorry, how exactly has he been cursed?
Oh, you won't believe it. Truly, but his feet were turned into purple beets. You can imagine his distress. And mine. I won't even go into the attention he was getting from our garden rabbits before he admitted himself to hospital.
I'm so sorry. That sounds like a trying situation.
I'm glad you understand. Everyone else just laughs at me as if it's a joke. No compassion at all.
Well, it is an unusual situation. How did your brother end up like this?
It's entirely his own fault. I told him about some research I'd done recently on our ancestor Marmaduke Dale. In particular, my discovery that Marmaduke's tomb was cursed. My brother's always making fun of my discoveries. This time, he laughed in my face. Told me I'd misinterpreted my findings. As if that were possible. And to prove his point, he went right up to the entrance of the tomb and poof! His feet transfigured into beets.
No, puf. Przemieniły się w buraki.
How awful. I can see why you're upset. He definitely needs some help.
Exactly. He may be a cape flapper, but he's still my brother. And no one deserves such a fate to last forever, especially as the result of a single brainless mistake. Now I worry that if the curse isn't reversed, it could become permanent.
Can't the curse be broken?
Possibly. The curse stems from a crest that was stolen from Marmaduke. If the crest were returned to its rightful place upon his sarcophagus, then I believe that William's feet may be restored. You battled trolls when they attacked Hogsmeade, escaped a dragon, and I could tell by your work in charms that you're a skilled spellcaster. Returning a crest to a sarcophagus should be almost effortless for you.
No,
So,
ale trochę
will
przeceniasz
you
chyba
help
mnie.
us?
Why was Marmaduke's tomb cursed?
The curse is the result of an intense sibling rivalry between Granham Dale and his younger brother Marmaduke. Marmaduke was a famed herbologist, and Granham resented the attention that he received.
Sibling rivalry? Sounds as if it might run in the family.
But I would never intentionally curse my brother, not like Granham did. When their mother died, Marmaduke was given the prized family crest. Granham felt that as the eldest child, he should have been given it. Years later, when Marmaduke died, Granham stole it and cursed the tomb so that none in the Dale family could ever pay their respects.
How do you know it's safe? I don't want my feet to turn into beets as well.
Oh, but the curse only applies to Marmaduke's descendants, as my brother so aptly demonstrated. That's why I need your help. You're unrelated to my family, so the curse wouldn't affect you.
Why is your ancestor so well known?
He discovered the properties of several magical herbs and plants. He also uncovered numerous types of flora. The wizarding world owes him a great debt. His work not only impacted the discipline of herbology, but also potion making.
I can take the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus for you.
Oh, thank you! Thank you so much! You'll simply go into the tomb where Marmaduke was laid to rest and place the crest on top of his sarcophagus. According to my research, the tomb's been abandoned for centuries, so it should be a fairly simple task. You'll find it just east of the hamlet of Brockborough. Thank you for your help. My family
No
is
to mamy
indebted to you.
kolejne zadanie. Ale mnie
I
interesuje...
need to find the
kwestia-
tomb near Brockborough and place Samantha's family crest on a sarcophagus there.
Interesuje mnie, gdzie bym mógł użyć... Porozmawiamy, może ona da nam jakieś wskazówki.
Professor Garlic, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
I was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvelous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor?
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your wigan trees.
No taka historyjka, ale ja potrzebuję
Please, could you
pomocy.
remind me the purpose of my tasks, Professor?
Of course, dear. Professor Weasley has kindly asked that I give you some tasks to ensure that your learning continues to flourish outside of the classroom. Once you've completed them all, be sure to return to me, and I'll know that you're ready to learn Flipendo.
To mi niestety nie pomaga ani gdy. Z tego co wiem, tu nie ma żadnych przyrządów. Które miałyby mi pomóc. Zdobądź wszystkie 3 rośliny bojowe, a potem jednocześnie... A chyba już wiem o co chodzi. I rośliną bojową jest ta kapusta, mandragora i jadowita tentakula. Dobrze. W końcu udało mi się to rozwikłać. Miejmy nadzieję, że tutaj ta jadowita tentakula jest. I tu mamy kolejne zadanie.
Might I ask a favor of you?
Hello. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do? I'm Satirist at Hogwarts, and I have an exciting business proposition for you. Now, it may surprise you to learn that someone of my obvious esteemed lineage would be in business. But I only want to help the less fortunate.
That's incredibly nice of you.
Oh, there's more. You see, I've been experimenting with a new beauty cream. A cream that will rid our glorious school of the hideous, greasy pustules plaguing our poor pubescent classmates. But I've run out of the key ingredient, Booba-Tuba pus. Booba-Tubas do grow in the Forbidden Forest, however. If only I could pay someone to collect a few for me.
What precisely are bubotubers?
Disgusting things, really, covered in protrusions. One needs to squeeze them to collect the pus. They smell simply awful and seem to move on their own. Ugh, I wouldn't go near the things if it weren't for my devotion to my classmates.
How on earth did you discover that bubotuber pus clears one's skin?
One cannot rely on spells for all appearance enhancements. The errant cast, for example, could relocate one's eyebrows entirely rather than merely thinning them. My darling and now perpetually surprised-looking neighbour discovered that on her own. Poor thing. I am convinced that beauty potions are the future. I'm forever looking for ways to make this world a more beautiful place. I suspected that if pure bubotuber pus could cause boils, an altered form would likely reverse such abominations. And I was correct.
I can try and find some for you if I have the time.
Marvellous. I'd go myself, but I don't want to. I only need a few bubotubers, but they grow wild, so you'll have to look around. Our spotty classmates are counting on you, so you mustn't tarry.
Ja to czegoś nie posiadam. Chyba nie. Szyrokobulwa. No dobrze, będziemy się rozglądać za tym.
Into the Forbidden Forest for bubotubers. I hope it's worth the risk.
You did away with all those dark wizards? Oh, I can't believe it. But your things will be safe with me, till they're sold. Then you'll have to make do with money. You're a force to be reckoned with, aren't you? Scaring all the goblins away. Doors always open. You be sure to... Well, what say we show you some of what's available? Good for you. Getting all those foul goblins a Doors always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
Kupimy sobie nasiono.
Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I
Oj.
can tell you'll go far.
Oj, oj, oj.
Doors always open. You be sure to...
Dobrze, teraz szybko wracamy do naszego pokoju, zasadzimy tą tentakulę. To się dopiero otwiera. No to mamy 15 minut, musimy poczekać. O, tu się eliksir sam tworzy. No, da się robić na raz. Okej. Zobaczmy. Zobaczmy następny krok. Żetonów 5 brakuje. Idź do zakazanego lasu. No zróbmy to szybko. Tą misję poboczną. Mapa świata. Zakazany las.
Incendio!
We hadn't come to think of it. Months ago, I had a bro.
Gęste drzewa.
This is where Saccharissa said to go. Now where are those booktubers?
Revelio!
Co my tutaj mamy? Pana trolla.
Just my luck.
Glacius!
Ten jest mocny.
Expelliarmus! Levioso! Confringo! Defendo! Incendio! Confringo! Defendo!
Kolejne smarki zebrane.
Oh, that smells awful. Only 4 more, thank goodness.
Jako bulwy. O, udało się znaleźć.
Revelio!
Tam coś jeszcze jest. O kurczę, powoli. Pięknie.
Revelio!
Confringo! Is that the best you've got? Confringo!
That should do it. I'd better get back to Saccharissa now.
Confringo!
Incendio! Accio! Confringo! Defendo!
Ja lubię tapować samochody.
Defendo! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Defendo!
Kolejne smarki do kolekcji. mamy wracać. Musimy wrócić, gdzie jest ta osoba tutaj. Będzie najlepszym wyjściem, żeby skoczyć się tutaj do tych do tego miejsca teleportacyjnego.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flute.
I teraz sobie po prostu szybko przebiegniemy na miejsce. Może dostaniemy trochę kasy i będziemy mogli kupić ten tentakula.
Saccharissa, I found the tubers you needed.
Splendid. I hope it wasn't too much trouble. May I have them?
Splendid.
Of course. Happy to have found them for you.
Thank you. And your payment, of course. Now I can begin perfecting my potion to save our poor pimply peers. Don't know who should be more grateful, I or our unsightly spotty classmates. One day the wizarding world will know my name, and you will have been a small part of it.
300. Trudno. Będziemy musieli poczekać. Ale ja w tym miejscu wydaje mi się, że już będę kończył ten odcinek. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało. Trochę luźniejszy odcinek. Robiliśmy dużo różnych rzeczy. Zajęliśmy się trochę zwierzakami. Na końcu, które powalczyliśmy. W przyszłym odcinku będziemy dalej kontynuować, myślę, te misje poboczne, bo ich się troszeczkę nazbierało. No i przede wszystkim uczyć się nowych zaklęć, co wiąże się też z wykonywaniem kilku zadań. No i tak, w taki oto pozytywny sposób myślę, że żegnam się na dzień dzisiejszy z wami. Do zobaczyska. Ja jestem Silence. Pamiętajcie, aby lajkować, subskrybować i komentować. Do następnego materiału. Cześć!